tour guide shouted it. Yeah.
Welcome back to Vicariously Living. We recently went on a trip to Morocco, and we had some things that we want you to know about. So keep watching. Before you go out of the country, make sure you already have an international plan or find a plan before you go. Make sure you go get your money exchanged, and you can pay things with card, but for the most part you want cash for tips, and you also want to be able to pay for things at markets. Do yourself a favor, in whatever new country you go to, learn their emergency phone numbers. When you're walking around to a lot of different places, you will definitely get lost if you don't have directions, so I would turn on my data and get directions, and then I would turn it off and I would still have directions take me to where I need to go without having the data roaming the whole time if you're trying to save a certain amount of data usage for each day. Just know that this country is definitely a walking country. Most countries out of the States are a walking country, so be prepared to have very tired feet, and make sure you have shoes that are comfortable. This is more of a fun fact, but there are cats literally everywhere, and sometimes you'll see people feeding them. But everybody loves their cats, so you'll see them around. Alright, so we didn't do our research on tipping, but for restaurants and stuff, you're definitely going to want to tip at least the usual 15 to 18%. We tried to give this guy $10 after our meal was like $50, and he did not accept our tip. So definitely do more than 15. And then you're going to want to tip anyone that you ride a taxi with, especially if they're really good at what they did and maybe they helped you find another place to check out. If you have any people that are guiding you around and showing you places, you're going to want to tip them, whether it was someone that you found in advance or if it was someone that was with you for a good amount of time. Those people are looking forward to a tip, and you're going to want to tip them. And for the most part, people will be vocal about what is enough and what isn't enough, and for the most part, it won't be over what you would be willing to pay. So we notice in general that men do not wear a lot of earrings, and for the most part they're necklaces, but everybody was able to notice that Chris was not local, and they just thought that he had money. I would assume because of the earrings, and when he has earrings and necklace, they would definitely come to him and ask him to buy things, so consider that when going out. If you seem friendly enough, people will grab you by the arm and they will want to show you to different places, whether that be at a market and they'll show you to their friends or family members or whatever kind of connections they have. They will show you around, and we had that happen so many times to Chris. I don't know if it's specifically because it's him jewelry or just because he's a guy, but they definitely took us around, even the taxi driver. So just be aware that people will want to show you around to other shops. If you're into making videos, just be careful that people will not want you recording and they will stop you.
Oh, my friend.
You said who?
Excuse me, can you delete this video?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you delete it now in front of tourists.
Oh,
Yeah. Be
nah.
gentle with me.
If you go to a market where you're not familiar with local prices, people who are selling things will most definitely try to upsell it to you because they're going to assume that you are not local. So find someone that you feel like will tell you local prices, or ask around before you buy from one place to get an average of what you think the cost is. And be careful when you buy skincare items because they're not regulated if you buy them from a farmer's market or a market setting. Know what you're buying, and just if you're allergic to things, then be careful of stuff like that. If you're trying to buy certain brand names, just be sure that you know the brand name and the quality of it, or you're going to be okay with whatever knockoffs you get. Make sure you get yourself an outlet converter, because if you're coming from the States with a 2 flat prong, they are not going to work here because they are rounded here. And there are so many ways to get around town. You can walk for hours. You can get yourself a day private driver. You can get in a taxi, and they have different size taxis. I guess they have a small, medium, and large, and they do charge different rates depending on which one you get into. And then you can ride the train, and they also have a first class, and then they have a second class. And we were kind of surprised because the first class going to Tangier from Casablanca was different than the first class going from Casablanca to Marrakesh. So I'm not really sure what second class looks like, but I would just recommend going first class if you want to be able to have comfortable seating and an outlet for charging, especially if you're riding for more than 3 hours. They also have a lot of variety of bus companies that you can ride, and they also have different years and whatnot, but they definitely come on time and they will leave on time. So whatever you ride, just make sure you're there on time. And this is specific to Casablanca. They do have a tramway if you are there, and it is really nice to get around through the city.
So that was our adventure and a few things that we thought that you should know. Let us know in the comments below.
Right.
If there is more things that you should add or that should be known. Hit the like button if you liked it, and hopefully it's helpful.
Yes. So subscribe to our channel now.
It's my channel.
Right. But like and subscribe to her channel. Vicariously living.
Stay tuned for more adventures of our Morocco trip.
Right.